It's hard to describe her. You know, she's the most delightful child. She's beautiful, bubbly, and I very rarely saw her upset or crying. She's always a very happy child. And
Sarah just kind of noticed that she was just not really acting herself. So we took her to the pediatrician that afternoon, and we were sent up here kind of as a precaution and just to make sure and rule some things out. And I didn't think that we'd be staying up here. I figured we would have turned back around and everything would have been okay. He looked at her again and did a couple additional tests and was on the phone with the cardiologist up here. Took another chest x-ray and noticed that her heart was enlarged. Well, I'd say the first 24 hours were the toughest just because so many things happened so quickly. We went from 1 minute, hours ago, Morgan was a very active, apparently healthy 3-year-old to, that night her getting put on an ECMO machine, which is a heart-lung bypass. And then within 12 hours of us getting here talking about heart transplants. So it was definitely an emotional roller coaster to say the least, especially the first couple days. And then she was put on the Berlin heart, and so from there we just prepared ourselves for trying to get her in the best physical and emotional shape that she could be in for an eventual heart transplant. That's one of the great things about it is it's a bridge to a transplant, and it not only gives her life but gives her the best quality of life that she can get.
This is our situation, and so that just tell her that God's going to bring her a new heart. She understands, even though she's 3.
She's asked how her heart's going to come. Is it going to come in a box, and is Dr. K going to put it in, and who all's going to help, and
yes, the average time of a patient spends on the Berlin heart is anywhere between 1 month to, say, 75 days. That's the average wait time. This was definitely longer than the usual. Close to 6 months, I would say. So it was because of the antibodies she had developed towards donor hearts, therefore making it hard to match a heart with her. The procedure involves is going back in through the scar tissue, removing the devices that support a heart, putting on the heart-lung machine, taking her heart out with the devices, and then implanting the new heart.
It feels when you go into surgery and they take your sick heart out, and then you put a new heart out. And then you put a new heart in.
How'd that work out?
Great.
She's doing very well, exceeding our expectations, even better than we expected.
To me, it seems like a lifetime ago.
It does. I mean, people always said, cut 6 months from now, this will seem like a distant memory. But it's still fresh.
It's still pretty raw.
Well, every day is a gift.
And every day is a gift.
And I'm so happy to be back at our house. Back at our house. That's all I have to say.